Hello and welcome here at the first episode of the VICTAM Asia 2018 live daily update. For the next 30 minutes or so, I'm going to update you on what we have discovered here today at the first day of VICTAM Asia 2018, its conferences, the trade show, and everything you've missed so far. We're going to talk to Katelijne de Gooijer, who's the Marketing Communications Manager of VICTAM International, and she'll explain to us what this show is all about, what you can find here, and maybe what you've missed if you're watching this either live or in recording. Second, we're going to show you around the show floor on a really quick tour, and then we're going to talk to two specific exhibitors who have, one of them has a lot of experience with the VICTAM community, another one has joined more recently, and we're going to share with them how their day has been. Then last, we're going to look at what's been happening on social media here today. And if you're watching this live or in recording, let's start with a little interactive exercise. I would love to know who you are and where you're watching us from. And you have several ways to let us know. First of all, if you're joining us on Facebook, type it in the comments below right now. We will always respond to your replies. And maybe we can even feature you in the show either today or tomorrow. Secondly, if you use Instagram or Twitter, use the hashtag VICTAM Asia for both purposes. First of all, to share your picture of where in the world you are and where you're watching. And secondly, to see what other people are sharing here about this trade show and conference. So I'm looking forward to your interactions. Good evening if you are in Australia, good afternoon if you're here in Asia, and good morning to all our friends in Europe. I hope you're enjoying your nice cup of coffee here this morning. Sit back and relax because it's going to be a very exciting half hour ahead of us. Let's start with the start of this day, early morning, 9 o'clock, when we witnessed the official opening, which is a very nice and official ceremony here in the hallways. And I would like to show you a little clip of how that unfolded here this morning at the VICTAM in Bangkok.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the board, the management and staff of VICTAM International of the Netherlands and Expo Link of Thailand, I would like to welcome you to the official opening ceremony of the 12th edition of VICTAM Asia.
We are now witnessing the official opening of VICTAM Asia 2018. The ribbon is going to be cut, and with that we're going to start 3 days of exciting trade show, 6 conferences where the largest feed and grain event of Asia is coming together at the VICTAM Bangkok. Congratulations, let's have a great show. So while still some official photos are being taken, let's see if we can interrupt Henk for a bit. Henk, can we bother you for a second? Just opened the 2018 edition of VICTAM Asia.
Yes.
How are you feeling personally at the moment?
Well, it's a great relief that everything went well until now, but well, there's 3 more days to go, so we will see. But it looks encouraging. There are a lot of visitors at the very moment, and people seem to be keen on visiting the event.
And what is your hope that will happen in the next 3 days?
Well, first of all, that the right people meet the right people. Well, that's what we are. That's our business. Our core business is to bring people together, and that they, and in the end of the day, that they have a successful deal for both parties. So that's our ultimate goal.
That's our ultimate goal, bringing the right people together here at VICTAM International, at VICTAM Asia 2018 to be more specific. And if you're just joining us live on Facebook or YouTube, welcome, sit back and relax, because for the next 25 minutes we're going to take you all through the latest discoveries of day 1 of VICTAM Asia 2018. I'm very honored to be joined by Katelijne de Gooijer. You're the Communications Manager of VICTAM International, and you've been working really hard for the past few months to make this show come together and make it happen.
Yes.
Katelijne, what's it like to stand here right now with the first day almost coming to an end?
I'm standing here with a great feeling because it's been a fantastic first day. The show looks incredible and there's a lot of visitors, so yeah, we're very happy.
Well, let's explore that a bit. Let's imagine someone's watching who's never heard of VICTAM Asia 2018 before. What is this place? Where are we?
VICTAM Asia is the world's largest animal feed processing exhibition.
Yeah.
And we also have rice milling and flour milling, aquafeed and pet food. So you can find anything you need here on our exhibition. So from machines to additives to all kinds of things.
Yeah, so that's the trade show. We're here with the Newsroom in the heart of this trade show. You see it around us. Later in this live update, I'll take you around quickly on a quick tour, so stay tuned for that. Let's talk some numbers. How many exhibitors do we have around here?
We have over 220 exhibitors from 30 countries.
Yeah.
And it's the largest number of exhibitors that we've had so far.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And this is the 12th edition, so it's it was a nice goal for us.
Yeah.
And visitor-wise, we are close to 4,000 visitors on the first day, which is also a very high number.
It's a new record?
It's a new record, yes.
All right,
absolutely.
so congratulations to you and your colleagues and everybody who's here in the room around us. We're doing great, we're growing. What is driving that growth, do you think? Why does everybody wants to be here at the BITEC these days?
Because this is the only event in the world where you can, which is specialized in animal feed processing, where you can see the machines, you can feel them, you can touch them. So that's very attractive for people who work on a daily basis with these machines. And yeah, that they
finally the design drawings come to life, right?
Yes,
you
exactly.
Can physically stand
you can physically,
in and underneath and around the machines here on the trade show floor. Now, besides all these exhibitors, 220 exhibitors, there's also a lot of stuff going on upstairs. What's there?
Yes, we have 6 conferences in total. There's 3 today, and there's 2 tomorrow, and then 1 on Thursday. And these conferences are all connected to the exhibition. So about animal feed processing, about aquafeed, pet food, grappas, which is the grain and flour and rice milling. And we also have a special conference for which is more focused on the world feed perspective. So how do several countries look at the animal feed industry?
Yeah, so and we've had some of those speakers here in the studio today summarizing their talk. So if you're curious to find out about them, make sure you check out the VICTAM International YouTube channel, because all those videos will appear there in the next 24 hours. So a lot of knowledge being shared. Have you heard already? What are the key topics? What are the hot topics that are being discussed in the conference? What have you heard? You basically didn't have a chance to go up yet.
I didn't have a chance, unfortunately, to go upstairs yet and sit in one of the sessions.
All right, so we'll take the task upon us to make sure we can tell you on day 3, when we have you back here to reflect on the show, what the key topics are. Now, finally, this trade show has been around for a few years. You say the 12th edition.
Yes.
But we also see some innovations. Obviously, the newsroom, well, enough about that. People are witnessing that as it unfolds. But what is the other key innovation that is here at the trade show?
That is the business matchmaking program.
How does that work?
We introduced it last year in Cologne, so some of the people already experienced the program. We've set up a program where exhibitors can meet visitors and visitors can meet exhibitors. Yeah. And they can do that very efficiently. So we have an online tool where you can contact someone you would like to have an appointment with. And so you can set up the appointment and then meet here. So you can plan your appointments and you can get the most out of the exhibition. Exactly.
It's taking being here in Bangkok even a step further, not just relying on walk-ins or occasional meetings, which happen a lot too, by the way. We see that all around us. But it's pre-planned, doing business. What are some of the responses you hear from people participating in this program?
They're very positive because they get to meet people they may normally not meet, or someone is very busy on the stand, so they don't have time. And this way, they get to meet more people that
otherwise they might have
otherwise they might have not. Yeah.
Good, nice innovation, and we're going to try. Because we're live for you every day with this daily update, we're going to try to fetch some people out of those matchmaking programs and let them share their experience with you as well. Now, finally, Katelijne, we have 2 more days ahead of us.
Yes.
What are some of the highlights that you're looking forward to yourself?
well, hopefully the same day as today
Yeah.
for the next 2 days, and that a lot of people can enjoy the conferences as well and learn and and share information and knowledge.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I hope that works out as well. And
Yes.
as said, I promise our audience you'll be back with us on Thursday,
Yes.
3 o'clock, to reflect together on whether this came true or not.
Yes. Okay.
Well, thank you for being with us. If you just joined us, you're here in the VICTAM Newsroom. My name is Gerrit Heikop, and I'm trying to share with you the greatest discoveries of day one of VICTAM Asia 2018. And as Katelijne already mentioned, this hall brings together people from all over the world, from all ages, from all type of backgrounds, who are passionate about feed processing and the grain industry, specifically here in Asia. So earlier today, I had a chat with a very special delegate here present. He's been actually to all of the VICTAM events back when they started in 1965 already, and he's also been at all the VICTAM Asias. And I caught up with him to see what the difference is between that first edition and what it's like now. Let's have a look. So I'm here with Joachim Beerman of the KAL Group, who's seen many editions of VICTAM Asia. Mr. Beerman.
I never miss one of this VICTAM here in the Far East, in Holland and in Cologne. And I think I will join them also another couple of years in the future.
Do you still remember what was your first VICTAM trade show?
Yes, it was in Utrecht at that time, and it was a
Like an
very
ice cream?
nice family, like a big family. Everybody was very careful because at that time competition was very, let's say, very dangerous. But nowadays it's professional-like. We know each other here. We respect each other. We like it here in Bangkok. Also, it becomes more and more international here, and it's always something new. There is a good future here also in the market because Europe is a little bit, let's say, full with all the machines. The market of the future is here, and so we are here too.
Now, specifically for the KAL Group, you say it's always a great opportunity to present something new. With the VICTAM Newsroom, we're looking for news. So what's new at the KAL Group this edition?
Oh, this time we show our latest design of pellet mill. The biggest machine, I would say, in the market, successfully already in the market with 630 kW. And it's VICTAM is not only feed, it is also a little bit food, and it is biomass. And we are at the moment extremely successful also in biomass. And these big machines are sold worldwide already to the industry, and we feel there is a good future also here in the Far East.
Perfect. Thank you very much and have a great show.
Thank you very much also, and good time for you too.
Yes, and welcome back here at the VICTAM Newsroom live with a daily update. And we have Mr. Joachim Beerman here live with us in the studio. Welcome, Mr. Beerman. You're actually our neighbor here of the newsroom, so we're going to hear from you how the response was today. But I first want to introduce our other guest. I'm joined by Neil Gannon. You're a product manager at Biomin, a large, very bright booth here at the start of the hall. You guys play air hockey. Why is that?
This was a carryover from our World Nutrition Forum 1 year ago, which we had in Vancouver. Ice hockey very important in Vancouver, so we kept the theme going. Gives us an opportunity to interact with the many delegates that are here at this conference.
Exactly. Now, Neil, for our viewers who don't know Biomin, I can barely imagine, but let's explain. What do you do?
Biomin is a feed additive company. We've been around for more than 35 years and headquartered in Vienna in Austria, but we have international presence in all parts of the world.
All right, so we have an additives company, we have a process technology company, just an example of the broad range of companies here. Mr. Beerman, what has it been like? I caught up with you very early in the morning. We're now nearing the end of day one. Can you share a little bit about your experience today?
The experience today was very good, and compared to the last time, I think the quality of the people visited on our stand looking for more technology, looking more for hygienic treatment was fantastic, was good. Salespeople are always saying things like that on the first day. No, it was more than the last time, and the quality of the questions and the ideas of looking in the future have been fantastic.
Can you give an example of the type of questions you encounter here at the booth?
Well, we had so many visitors from all the countries around here, and they had so many detailed questions. They want to increase the quality of the feed, they want to increase hygienic treatment, conversion rate of the feed, and this is what we as a machine manufacturer who living between technique and nutritionists, we have our own nutritionists in the company, so we know what we are talking about here, not just selling machines, we try to go deeply into the ideas and the problems of our customers.
Exactly. Well, Neil, do you recognize what has been the interaction on your stand today?
Very similar to what Joachim has identified. Lots of interest. With the seminars upstairs, there seems to be some waves where it gets very busy, very interactive, and then there's a bit of a lull where you can actually get time to have a coffee yourself. So yeah, very similar. Lots of interest. I operate in Asia from India, everything east, and so have very many chances to interact with my customers. So.
And then what type of nationalities do you encounter here in the Isles?
I have seen everybody. As you may tell, I'm Australian, so we've got everybody from our eastern colleagues in New Zealand through to India, but also many European delegates as well as suppliers here.
All right. Now, one of the purposes of this daily wrap-up is that we try to discover what is the hot topic, what is everybody talking about here at VICTAM Asia 2018. So if you had to make a first dip in the water, what do you hear, what is top of mind?
From my perspective, working for a feed additive company, alternative solutions for reducing antibiotic use, that's what's the hot topic on the feed additive. How can we produce the amount of chicken, pork, beef, milk, etc., without reliance on antibiotics. So very hot topic.
That's what everybody's talking about. That's what we've been hearing here in the newsroom as well. Speakers at the FIAP Animal Nutrition Conference talk about that as well. So make sure you check out those videos on our VICTAM International YouTube channel. So what is your response? How can we get rid of the antibiotics?
It's not going to be easy. It requires a holistic program in terms of looking at biosecurity, management, hygiene, but also nutrition and feed additives within nutrition can play an important part. So it's sometimes antibiotics are used as a bit of support for poor other things, management, and it's easy, it's cheap.
Cutting the corner.
Cutting the corner. So using biomin solutions and other solutions, it is possible, but it just needs a little bit more holistic approach.
Yeah.
But possible.
Now, how is that from a process technology perspective? What is the hot topic when we look at these new facilities?
Here in the Asian market, more and more the quality of feed is coming to understand the components, hygienic treatment, all these things are becoming more important. So the discussions are not just passing by, having some question. Everybody's going deeper into the better feed in the future, and so this was very good. Besides, we are always talking about feed, but this show is also for milling. This show is also for biomass, and we are, my company, one of my company is one of the oldest machine manufacturer of rice mills, more than 125 years ago, old. And the other side is a big subject here is biomass as a fuel for the world. And this area here, these countries are fantastic, fast-growing wood. So there are so many important discussions here. We are very happy, we are very satisfied for the first day.
Exactly, and you say that's a specific Asian perspective because there's so much fast-growing wood. We're specifically, I guess, talking about the bamboo and the alikes, that you see a lot of interest in that?
Yes, yes. Our customer coming from rubber wood, empty fruit bunches, whatever it is, there is so much biomass available here. And in the future, Korea, Japan, and other countries were importing millions of tons, and that makes it interesting also. And this is, since a long time, VICTAM has done a very good job, not only looking for feed, they are looking for fish feed, for pet food, for biomass, and also for milling industry, and all together make it strong here, also for the future.
All under one roof, yeah. So if you had to extrapolate some of your discoveries and findings to some of our colleagues or some of your other people in this industry watching, what would your key takeaway be? What are you going to do different once you hit home next week?
I travel a lot, so probably rest. But the solutions that we've been talking about are common and many people understand them, but there's still a little bit of ignorance around how these solutions work. So Again, the better exposure we have through events like this makes it much easier to get our message out and for the message for the industry. This part, or Asia, 60% of all the poultry are produced in this part of the world, and those products go to all parts of the world. So having a good message, a positive outcome, good eating quality products, then that's what this meeting's about.
So you're basically saying improving the food chain in the world starts with improving Asia?
Absolutely. Most of the people in the world are in Asia as well. So it's an ideal meeting point, these sorts of conferences where lots of people come, lots of people involved in feed manufacturing, involved in feed processing, feed additives. It's a perfect meeting point for these sorts of things.
I see Mr. Behrman smiling.
Yeah. I think the VICTAM organization is doing a good job to concentrating here to Asia. Here are the people living, and I believe really it will also give a push to Europe. And what I would see and would like to in the future is a little bit more research and development from the company, from our competitors all together. We are sometimes standing here and not moving enough. And we have to have we have to take the challenge to do something new, not always looking back. The industry has to move. And I think this is a good place here to show things.
And I think this is a good place to challenge the industry to do that. So let's say they're watching, and this video is going to be replayed millions of times. Take the airtime. What do you want the industry to come together and get behind? What do we need to do?
I think what means to come together. We are here together.
Yeah.
And we have not seen us always as competitor. We are on the same market, so we have to respect each other. We have not to copy so much from each other. And if everybody is doing something, a new development, then definitely this is a very good living industry for the future, for the people, we say good feed means good meat, and is for people being healthy later on, eating enjoyable meat.
Are you saying this industry has become too competitive, too money driven?
Never too much.
Never too much. But still,
I love competition, but on a fair way.
On a fair way. You were nodding on that, Neil?
Yes, I agree. Research and development is crucial to understanding how best to position the products within the global production system, but also in terms of feed manufacture, feed hygiene, water hygiene, and hearing the feedback from our customers, as well as seeing innovations amongst the industry. This sort of conference is excellent for providing that insight.
Yeah.
I like to say something. I like to make a little bit advertisement.
Yes.
I like to
you can take the camera if you want.
Yeah, I like to make advertisement for the IFF in Germany. This is a Feed Mill Technology Institute near Brunswick. I would say it's the most leading institute with 50 years history and doing a lot of research. Is a meeting point for European feed millers, machine manufacturers, and they should come all to us. It's good I'm there, the president, but I look for a successor.
All right, we're looking for a new president of the IFF.
That's right.
Yes, an international research fund. It's very smart. We're live, so if you know anybody who could be the next president of the IFF, make sure you comment that right now here on Facebook, on YouTube, or use hashtag VICTAM Asia. Now finally, let's imagine we have the luck to meet again at VICTAM Asia 2020. What do you hope that we talk about then?
I hope that we talk similar sort of things, innovation in the industry, understanding how best to maximize...
Yeah, but what have we innovated? Let's make it practical. Let's put a dot on the horizon.
Okay. I think we will be successfully producing high-quality meat products and milk products without the use of antibiotics.
Wow.
Hopefully using a
Neil
biomin...
Gannon said it here first, VICTAM Newsroom.
And hopefully using a biomin solution.
Yeah, that's your stake.
This is a very good word what he just said, and I hope that we see as much people again, healthy in a good way, and that the industry has moved a little bit further on.
Exactly. Well, let's coin that one. Let's see if we have the luck and opportunity to meet again at VICTAM Asia in 2020. Let's hope you are then here with us as well, physically. And I can imagine by now you're getting curious of what this trade show hall actually looks like. And to serve you on that, this morning I went around quickly and I've prepared a little 1 minute 15 clip to give you a first glance at the VICTAM Asia 2018 show floor. Welcome at the show floor of VICTAM Asia 2018. Let's take you around. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour. I understand it's much too quick, so if you want to experience this for yourself, make sure you join us at VICTAM International in 2019 or at VICTAM Asia 2020 back here in Bangkok. But it's not so far yet, because before we stop here, we have another exciting segment, because maybe you've been using your time the last few minutes to go on Twitter or Instagram and search for hashtag VictamAsia, and you have discovered that you actually have a perfect external viewpoint into this event through our social media reporter. And I have her here with me, my colleague Gerdy Scheuders. Gerdy, welcome.
Thank you.
Can you explain a little bit, what have you been doing today here?
Well, I've been going around and interviewing people for social media. But the first thing was, it already started yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Yeah. Yesterday, people started using Instagram and Twitter, both with the hashtag VictamAsia. We cannot say it enough. For example, I have an Instagram post here from Ruth Jenny Ingeborg from Sweden, all the way.
Hi, Ruth.
She arrived in Bangkok yesterday, and she showed us the beautiful view of the city. And we have some exhibitors who share their information on Twitter. For example, Wenger Manufacturing. They announce about their virtual reality experience, which I really, really like to do, but it's too crowded there.
All right, so you might go back there tomorrow, for example.
Absolutely. And just a few seconds ago, I received an invitation from Dr. Eckel Animal Nutrition, also to visit their booth and to see new products.
So that's basically how it goes. You walk around with equipped with a smartphone and a camera, and you can either by yourself, you share your discoveries on the VICTAM International social media channels, but people can also make requests.
Yes, they can, and
Send
they
you
do.
on a mission.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, so my mission today, I will come back to that later, was to find innovations here, because innovations are really important on this exhibition. There are 40 innovations, but I visited 3 of them. But before that, I'd like to show you, and the people watching now, that there is something very funny happening. People are using VICTAM branding for their social media selfies.
People here at the show.
People here at the show. When you enter here at the registration, there is VICTAM Asia branding, and it's used massively by people taking their selfies, or not even selfies, but with 10 or 20 people. Yeah,
and what does that tell you? Why do people want to take a picture?
People are really enthusiastic and they're proud to be here.
Exactly.
And I try to have conversations, but the funny part is, no, it's not funny, I don't speak any Asian language. So I cannot communicate a lot, but we do with hands and feet, and we
with
manage.
Pictures on social media, hashtag VictamAsia. Yes.
So I hope people keep on sharing those pictures, because it's showing the fun and the good times people are having here.
Yeah, so this is a clear call to action to any one of you who are now watching this live show in recording in your hotel room here in Bangkok, getting ready for day 2 of VICTAM Asia. Go out to the signs in front or to any signs you can find. You can even come here to the newsroom and share your selfie with us.
Yeah, and also the people standing around now making pictures of us, please share them.
Hashtag VICTAM Asia.
Hashtag VICTAM Asia. And that's also the hashtag to join if you just want to be updated all day about the exhibition, the conferences, the matchmaking, and all the people.
Exactly. So share a little bit. What have you discovered today?
I went to the exhibition here to see the innovations. There are 40 innovations, and I visited 3 of them randomly. I didn't do any research.
Prioritization?
No.
Yeah.
The first one was a vibrating floor for a
Vibra
silo.
floor, it's called, right?
It's called Vibra floor,
Yeah.
and it's a vibrating floor. It's used in silos, and the good part, before somebody had to get into the silo to empty it, and now with this floor there is no human needed anymore, and it's much safer.
All right, nice
So-
innovation to
Yeah.
clean out silos all
Yes.
the way to the bottom.
Yes, exactly. The second one is a hammer mill with the automatic screen, meaning that before, when you had to change the screens, somebody had to get in, and it took 10 minutes to change the screen.
All right.
And now it's been done automatically with one push on the button.
Okay, so the innovation again, it's getting safer, it's getting more efficient,
Yeah.
more quicker
Yeah.
to keep the machines running.
Absolutely, yeah. The third one is something completely different. It's a hydrothermal food processing plant.
Of course.
Yeah.
But explain,
We all
what
know
is
what
that?
it
You
is.
have discovered what
Yeah.
that is.
Instead of a technology where you can only produce one, for example, grain, now it's a machine to make different products in one machine, where you can add flavor, you can add spices, ingredients. It's a modular technology, and that's very new.
All right, very
So,
interesting.
yeah.
And I guess this is the type of work you are doing throughout today. You are visiting these exhibitions, you are
Yeah.
visiting the innovations.
Yeah.
Say people get curious, where can they find out more about what you're doing? How can they follow you online?
Yeah, well, they can follow VICTAM on Twitter, at VICTAM International account, and on Instagram. And on Instagram, it's also VICTAM International. And on Facebook, of course, where they're watching now. So we post everywhere all day long.
All right.
Yeah.
And what are you off to tomorrow? What are you going to do?
Well, today the theme of my visit on the exhibition was innovation.
Yeah.
But tomorrow it will be something completely different. Machines.
All right.
This will be quite challenging
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
But I've seen a lot of moving machines, things running, turning around. So I want to find out about that.
And you're going to try to capture that
Yeah,
in
and to
real
try
time.
to find out what it is.
All
Yeah,
right,
because
interesting.
people are really excited. We found out about the machines here.
Yeah.
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 And I did something else today. I went up to the conferences. To give you an idea, I went to there were 3 conferences today. The aquafeed conference, and that was about mycotoxin challenges in
Yes.
aquafeed.
Now, for the regular people amongst us, what is mycotoxin
Yeah,
challenges?
it's protecting the fish to keep the fish healthy.
All right.
And I also went to the FIAP Animal Nutrition Conference, and there it was about the use of pea protein as a functional ingredient in piglet feed.
Yeah.
So that was one of the sessions I followed.
Let's make a little pitch here, because we actually had Dr. Dirk-Jan van der Klis, who did that talk here in our Newsroom studio here today. And if you want to hear the summary of his talk, make sure you check out the YouTube channel of VICTAM International. Hit that subscribe button, so as soon as that video is being published, which is anywhere in the next 48 hours, you can watch it and see for yourself.
The last one I did was the Grappa's Global Milling Conference, very specialized. And it was about technology and automation trends, about smart factories.
All right.
So
Very
quite
interesting. And if we follow the social media channels,
Yeah.
just to be clear, you take little nuggets from those
yes,
talks and
yes,
kind of
I
give
do
us the learning.
pictures, quotes, and it's all to follow if you follow hashtag VICTAM Asia. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, you're going to discover the machines here on the
Yes.
floor. What conferences are you going to attend?
I'm going to the Pet Food Forum,
Yeah.
and I'm going to the other one,
GMP Plus workshop?
workshop.
All
Yes.
right.
And I try to visit some technical meetings as well tomorrow.
Wow, very exciting.
Yeah.
If you're watching and you have any questions for us, make sure you use the opportunity of the fact that we're live, both here today, but also tomorrow and Thursday, so we can go for you on missions. We can visit certain exhibitors, or Gerdy can visit certain exhibitors. We can find out if you have specific questions and get someone in the newsroom here to follow along. And if you like what you've been seeing so far, like I said before, make sure you surf to the YouTube channel of VICTAM International, subscribe and watch all the videos we record here today, tomorrow, and the day after. If you want to stay up to date throughout the year, make sure you surf to victam.com and subscribe to our newsletter. And more importantly, if you're watching us remotely and you're not physically in Bangkok these days, make sure you mark your calendar for VICTAM International 2019 in Cologne. Or, if you're not going to make it to Europe, make sure at least that you join us for VICTAM Asia in 2020 back here in Bangkok. With that, I'd like to leave it for day one. We're going to move out to the networking reception because that's one of the benefits of not being online but being physically here in Bangkok. And I'm looking forward to welcome you again tomorrow, same time, same place, which means 4 o'clock Bangkok time, which is early evening in Australia and coffee time in Europe. Very early morning in the Americas, but if you're watching it, it's probably a recording, so you can watch the recording again. And then we're going to talk about the discoveries that we found at the conferences and in the newsroom here at day 2. So I hope to see you back tomorrow.